All right. Hopefully everyone can hear me okay. Just had to fix some stuff. Kind of, you know, fun of game development. You forget to turn on the setting. So give it another try here. Sorry about that. And test in here. Excuse me. All right. See if everything works this time here. A little more, give it a little more beans. Obviously, trying to go full tilt isn't the smartest option, but just wanted to see if I got the gearing a little better here to speed. I'm very rusty on a steering wheel. I haven't used this thing in ages, so apologize in advance for that. Let me reset the car here real quick and we'll do this another round. Let's see here. So micro sprints are obviously going to be the open wheel side version of starter class for career mode. Kind of like hobby stocks will be for the fender cars. And as you can see, physics are, you really gotta hustle them, and you can get punished quite a bit for making a slight mistake, but there will be some assist in game that you can turn on, help with some of the handling. Obviously, I still need to do a little bit more physics to this, but figured a way to show off kind of how the cars drive and stuff of that nature. And you guys been laugh while I drive through an infield. But definitely definitely need some practice here before I do anything crazy like AI with me, because I probably crash out the field. So figured I wanted to make sure this was all working. As for career mode, we'll start kind of at the bottom and work your way through by building up some sponsors. I'm clearly driving a damaged car from hitting the tire earlier, but I'm gonna make the best of it. Excuse me. Tires are a little too much of a problem right now for me. And I think I might have damaged the car a little too much this time. Yeah, as you can see, you hit stuff, you're gonna bend it, and now my car is so bent that it is literally steered to the right. So me reset it again here. Obviously, I'm still working on the best way to set this up for future recordings, so bear with me on all this and we'll work it out. The other thing to keep in mind is also I need to figure out how to get it so people can watch. Talk. Water. Sorry. All right. All right, so I guess some things to keep in mind. Everything in the game is pretty raw, so this isn't anything final by any means. It's just, you know, all kind of works in progress at the moment. Definitely feel like I need to make some basic setup changes to the micro sprint. I just need to get better, one of the two. But definitely, she's definitely a little loose, way too loose off the corner. Mid corner there. Might need to change the stagger. Speaking of setups, the game will have a custom setup, so you can change everything from shocks, your rebound, your compression, and then gear ratios, and then there's also some slider settings that if you don't want to go too in depth and you just need to loosen or tighten the car, that is going to be available as well. There we go. Now I'm starting to get a little rhythm here. As I say that, try to knock this down. So hopefully you're all getting a good laugh at my questionable driving this evening. One of the big things on the game is open choice with the career mode. And so if you want to just race for track championships at your local favorite track, you can do that your whole career. If you want to try to work your way up to the National Series, you are free to try to do that. Sponsors in the game, each car will have 6 slots for sponsorships, and some sponsors will be very regional, so if you try to travel outside of your region, they will not be as happy about it. And one of the main things is, just like in real life, you need to keep your sponsors happy, so bad finishes and doing things like going out of your region, if the sponsor doesn't like that, that is something that you'll have to work out. And during the week, we'll have some flexibility to do marketing time or maintaining the cars, so you'll have to make decisions during the season. You need to work on trying to find sponsors, and as you can see, I've bent the front axle again, so the wheel's kind of messed up. But for the most part,
You have some comments. Do you want me to read them?
I'm sorry, what?
Read the comments.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still working on the comments. So I can't
That's
see.
right.
My wife Kelsey's kind enough to come down to the basement.
Tyler wants to know if there's any chance that you could show them some portents tonight.
Oh.
And Garrett Marshall said, will there be track wear and will a cushion build up?
Oh, sorry, say that last part again.
Garrett wants to know, will there be track wear, and will a cushion fill that?
Yes, yeah. Right now, this is just kind of stock testing track, so there's nothing building up. It's just a stock level of grip. Nothing special right now. I'm still working out the systems for all that, but as I build them and get them going, I'll definitely show you guys. And obviously, I'll get a little better with showing off these videos, so it's not as crazy. So this is the first time I've ever streamed in my life, but obviously, maybe I need to go and reset this car again because it's way too bent. so, so sorry, I got to figure out how to make it so comments can show up, guys. And then once I get that sorted out, I'll make it a lot easier. But for the most part, I'm gonna hop on my phone here so that way I can also see some questions and whatnot. This. Okay. Let's see here. Need to figure out how to see questions on my phone here. Definitely can't see the questions. That is something I'm gonna have to address, obviously, before we do more Q&As and stuff of that nature. Apologize for that tonight, guys, but I guess I'll chat along, and if you message something, my wife might text me or something, a question, and I can try to answer it. But as you can see, the micro sprint is all about momentum and trying to be smooth to get quick with it, to try to hustle it around. Obviously, I'm pushing it a little too hard into the corner sometimes, and she kind of gets a little too darty at the moment. So I think I definitely need to take some stagger out of the car for future, at least on the base setup here.
Sonic Racing TV wants to know, how many trucks have you made so far? I haven't seen one from Oregon yet. Do you know when I could expect one?
I do have Willamette. Willamette is currently, I got the track map done. I just haven't shown it on the group yet. I just got to put some trees and stuff still in it for the base map. My normal plan of action with that is I build the track maps first, then follow it up with text stream after.
Virtue wants to know, how long does it take you to complete a track list?
Depending on how complex, it can take just to make the basic track map, which are those gray maps that you will see on the Facebook page. Me personally, it can take me anywhere from 4 to 20 hours. Just depends. There are obviously some shortcuts I use where I have some repeatable assets like wall, certain wall types, grandstands, tires, infill tires. The texturing process is obviously the longest part.
Dale Pool Jr. says your favorite graphics guy says hi.
Well, hi, Dale. So Andrew, that must be in.
Dylan James TV said when I tested the car, felt glued to the track, felt good. Anderson Racing Video says, I love that he's making this game. Most of my local trucks are in it.
Well, I appreciate it. That was one of the main goals of this game, was to highlight as many tracks as possible that never normally get put into a video game. So I've hauled over 600 tracks, and we've got 108 people that were tracks that were fantastic enough to work with us. Working on more and more series as well. The Fast series was one of the first series that joined on. MSTS, I think, was the very first one. And that was when I was working up with trying to get Q-Sits. Because the gentleman that runs the MSTS series is also the announcer for Q-Sits on a weekly show. So if you ever run into him, give him a huge shout out. I'm helping out with that process. Obviously, I'm still trying to drive a Dream Chicago game because why not, right?
Tyler says, really excited for this game. Can't express that enough.
Thank you much, Tyler. Hopefully you guys can see that the physics are definitely more simish than a humish side. You definitely have to be up on the wheel to drive them. But the controllers feel great from people who have tested the controllers. I got lots of positive feedback with that. The downside is I haven't driven with this Logitech wheel in over a year, so not very good at it yet. But right now I'm kind of half throttling the corner and then flattening out and then lifting going in right now, and that's kind of how I'm driving it. So
Keatif asks if any New Jersey tracks are available.
I believe, don't quote me, but I think, was it Bridgeport was on. I just have not done the map yet. So I will get around to it, I promise.
She said, will Lincoln Park Speedway and any other Indiana tracks be added?
I am actually working. In fact, today I had reached out to the J&S promotions team that I believe run Terre Haute, Bloomington, and Lincoln Park, and then they also run the Maverick 410 series. So hopefully they'll get back to me soon, and we can move from there.
And if you ever know anybody that runs these tracks or manages these tracks, feel free to spread the word. Let them know how awesome it's going to be.
Just don't point out my questionable driving.
Garrison Brown said, I'm so grateful for this man and his time put into a durable game. I am too, Garrison. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, be thankful to my wife. She's the one who has to put up with this, where right after we put our kiddo to bed, I end up working on the game until probably too late most nights. So I'm sure it drives her nuts from time to time, but I'm real appreciative of her being supportive.
Garrett Marshall wants to know, will there be a triple, or will there be a native triple modeler support?
I will work on that. Currently, that is not. Currently, I don't have that fully guaranteed, so I don't want to make a promise. Yeah, but my goal is to get it so that triple monitor setup should work.
Garrison said you have a good woman. Thank you, Garrison.
She puts up with a lot. I tried giving her a heart attack probably every Saturday night at Knoxville for 2 years. So, man, I apparently put magnets in each one of these tires because, man, just a heat-seeking missile to them.
Toby is on and said, will this have Sega Saturn compatibility, Linky Face?
Yes, Toby. Yes, it will. I think I can cram this whole entire game into a PS1 disc, which is like 700 megabytes. You know, kind of a modern day JPEG. uh, but Toby does tracks for us, so
Really
yeah,
thankful for him.
yeah. And he's also been a huge sounding board for me. So, and then also, you know, Hayden, he has done several of the tracks you guys have seen track maps for, and right now they are working on the Australian content of the game, which is currently at 10 tracks, and hopefully make this game a nice worldwide affair.
Harrison, you can ask as many questions as you want. He said, can we talk to the tracks we race out, or do we give you the names of them to talk to?
I mean, if you have a good rapport with the owner, that can put a good word in, and then either give me the, you know, you can go on Messenger and send me a message and say, hey, I talked to such and such, and they're interested. Oh, no. As you can see, I have a ornery cat named Minerva that probably just popped on screen and kind of caused some havoc here. And I do apologize. I do have a voice for print.
While we're waiting, I'll say Virtue said, thank you for all of the time you're putting into this game. It's going to be awesome. Dylan James TV said, I'm so excited for this game. Ovo Gaming wants to know, can you go into the pits?
Are you asking like to do repairs and such?
So it's not going to be like a sim world where you can just walk around in the pits.
Oh no, there's no walking
I
around
think
the
that's maybe
pits.
that's what he is.
That
Not
if you're talking about like repair, like say you decided to pull a TJ and magnetize yourself to one of these tires and see if you can get the car fixed in time. I haven't decided on that yet. I was gonna put a poll out for you guys to kind of you know, decide if that's a feature you guys are wanting or if it's just too immersion breaking because it takes too much time. But that's still something that's in the air right at the moment.
Thank you, Garrison. We appreciate you reaching out to your weekly track. Any support is great.
Which track is it, by the way? Just curiosity.
Yeah, let us know which track is your local.
It might be a track I've reached out to.
And Waffle Slime asked 10 Aussie tracks. So you have 10 tracks so far in Australia, right?
Correct.
And we're working on more.
And the Kelly family was gracious enough to allow us to put Archerfield in the game. So we'll be able to revive that classic Australian track that's no longer open.
If you want to toss me your phone, Dylan James wants to know what Florida tracks are in the game. If you
Oh, that I can. Southern Raceway in Hendry County, which is, fun fact, the most southern track of the United States.
Harrison Brown's weekly track is Shelby County Speedway in Harmon, Iowa. We've got an Iowan with us.
All right. Well, we're Iowans as well. So definitely can reach out to them. They might actually answer my phone call because they might not be weirded out by my the 515 area code.
Ovo Gaming said that Fonda Speedway is their local racetrack. Feel free to reach out to Fonda and let them know that this game is amazing and that they should participate.
I just got attacked by a cat. She knows I'm not doing well, so she had to help me get better at it.
Showing off her beauty. Garrett Marshall said, will this be subscription based or a one-time purchase with the track pack add-ons, I'd love to cancel my iPacing Sunday.
So I plan on doing the base game for a set price. I don't use any of the gimmicks of LiDAR, so I hand build all of these tracks through Blender using Google Earth and KLM data to get the shape and scales correct. And what it does is it actually makes it so I can make a track much quicker, because when you do a LiDAR scan, it takes months to clean out all of the vertices, which are basically the little tiny dots that make up, a racetrack. And that's why, iRacing, it takes them 6 months sometimes to release the track. So I can get stuff out faster this way. And when stuff can come out faster, I can keep the price more reasonable.
And still have the same good quality too.
And still have the quality as well as I can put it. And I'm using the Unity game engine. And I'm using what's called the high definition render pipeline, which is what you try to use to get fantastic visuals. And right now I don't have them turned on, but there is ray tracing in the game. So, when the sun is out, you'll be able to see the little God rays coming down from the sky when it's cloudy. Obviously, this is just kind of the night scene, and everything is rendered using real-time lighting. And I optimized it so when there's 24 cars on the track with my laptop. I mean, granted, it is a Alienware with a 4090 video card in it, but I still get 274 frames with 24 cars, AI cars on the track.
Slide me your phone, please.
Oh, yeah.
When you're done racing.
Not before. You won't be in the video there. Oh, yeah.
His wife's an old lady and I'm in my pajamas, so I'm not going to be on the screen today.
Yeah, my daughter was awake. She probably would run the show. She likes to talk like she's a YouTuber because she likes to watch YouTube Kids at times during the day. And so she will sometimes come up to me and be like, "Hey guys, today we're watching blank," and kind of like how, a YouTuber would introduce themselves.
Virtue wants to know, will there be big races in career mode like Eldora, Million, and Sprint?
Yes. The answer to that is yes. I programmed racing formats. Just an example right off the top of my head. Southern Illinois with the micro sprints, keeping it on theme. Every year they run the High Bank Hustle, and that program will be in the game, and you will be able to run multi-day shows. If I can get the necessary funding together, hopefully we can get Knoxville in this and be able to do the Knoxville Nationals. But you can have races where in career mode where there will be about 200 and some cars showing up over a multi-day show.
Waffle Slime is asking if there's an updated list on Aussie charts. I have Lake Liddell. Oh my goodness, I apologize. I'm going to bomb this. Toowoomba, Lang, and Simpson. Do you know what the other 6 are off the top of your head?
Karen, I want to say Karen, Simpson.
We can get an updated list
Well,
tomorrow as well.
the updated list is in the Facebook page. What? On the feature posts? Australians at the very bottom.
Let's see here.
Obviously, right now, I'm not throttling it all the way. I'm just trying to get comfortable and figure this car out a little more.
Tyler wants to know if you are confident you'll be able to get Fremont and Attica.
No. Attica officially said Brian Liskey, he tried his best to convince the owner. He just said he's worried about stepping on the world without us toes, so he's going to pass for this year. And I talked to Shelley Farmer, but haven't heard back since because she said she was going to talk to Rex about it. But currently, I would say they will not be part of the release, but maybe this winter we can convince them to change their minds and be a part of the game. And now we can get the AFCS series up and running in there. Because Dwayne Hancock has given me permission to that series, but obviously without the tracks, it's going to be a little difficult.
Marshall wants to know, will there be multiplayer support or is it just single player?
There will be an online mode, and there'll be public lobbies for you to play on, and we'll have special event shows like the highway hustles and stuff where, you know, that way everyone can participate in big shows. And then with iRacing, kind of like how iRacing does it, if say you and your buddies want to put a private race together and not worry about anyone else popping in, there will be private servers that you can rent, and only the host has to pay for said pricing on the private servers, and it's not really that bad of a price. It's right in line with what iRacing charges for their private server rental time. But the difference is I'm using Amazon servers, so the price point's pretty decent. But I'll give more details down the road as we get closer, and we'll do a stress test, and you can all, we'll get a few of you guys together, race with me, and you'll have to watch out for my questionable driving.
Virtue, it is not only first-person POV.
There's a chase cameras. There's a chase camera, hood camera, top camera. Right now, just for this build, I'm just in the main car, so there's also tear-offs. I just have them turned off at the moment because I'm a bad enough driver right now anyway, so.
The tear-offs do add another level of difficulty for sure with that.
Sorry, I'm hearing that stomping.
Odo Gaming says that their local track is Fonda Speedway, and
Honda in New York, right?
And then let's see, K-Tip, am I saying that right? My local track is Bridgeport Motorsport Park in New Jersey.
Bridgeport is in, for sure.
Awesome. Bridgeport is in.
I don't have a map edit for the moment, but I will get to it and then show it off to you guys.
Harrison, that's really nice of you to ask if there's anything that you can help with the game. Right now, TJ just needs to be able to work on it more.
Yeah, and that's a fun
Handle
issue.
life,
Yeah.
a job, and a small business in this.
Yeah, so I am going to be posting here soon to help raise funds so I can work on this game more than a few hours a night. We're going to try to sell advertisements on billboards, in career mode sponsors, the heat race lineup, feature lineup sponsors, to help raise up some money, because there are a few tracks that I can get on board, but like Knoxville, it requires a fair amount of cash to get the license. And unfortunately, at the moment, cash is one thing I don't have enough. So we'll eventually be posting details about that here in the future. and then going from there. But for the most part right now, it's just try to get what I can get done as fast and as efficiently as possible, and optimize the game. I have a nice small group of testers right now that have been hopefully hopefully I haven't driven them too crazy with the cars yet, but we've been testing out physics, and we've been having an issue with wheels that are not Logitech. But hopefully, I sent out a test tonight to a few of them that have different types of wheels, like Mazda and Fanatec, and hopefully, this fix will.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at my phone, sorry. We cannot see you racing right now. We can only see the garage.
Oh, oh, I am so sorry. I must not have switched it. Let me.
Sorry, guys. I cannot multitask past 10 p.m. Thank you for pointing that out, Nathan. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. This will get better and a little more organized. It's the first time ever doing this, so it's kind of a flyby.
Definitely learning. Very new to you too.
But as you guys can see, cars have clear coats. Perfect example here is you can see the reflections of all the billboards on the hood. And obviously, as the race goes on, you'll build up dirt on the car, and the reflections will start to get a little less polished and more dull from dust and dirt.
Did it work?
I don't think so. Right now, I don't have. I'm still working on the setup menu stuff, so that's why I haven't really made any full-scale changes to the car, because clearly I'm running way too much stagger for this track. I got
Garrison said I'll throw some cheddar in. Might not be a lot, but be anything to further progress for this game for all of us. I'm an addict at will.
much appreciated on
that. Nathan Waddell said no problem, better view there. Haha. I would still love to help test this.
Right now, I mean, as I'm working on the builds and everything, we'll get more testers as they start to get more finalized and game built. Right now, stuff's in what's called a vertical slice, where it's like this, where if you guys have probably seen that black UI screen, it's just kind of all placeholder stuff and not the game connected. So it's not real exciting. Game testing's not real exciting. One thing I did, it's probably hard to see because the camera is so far away, is the hard with the force feedback. There is variations in the track colliders, so you will feel when a track has a rut in it, and will cause your steering wheel to bounce sometimes, or it's just not bad driving.
Purbo, I probably botched that. Is there a plan to include any of the Australian-only classes in the future, like super sedans, modified production, GP midgets, etc.?
Yeah, I mean, if the like I said, if the game's well liked and there's a big enough crowd, absolutely, we'll keep adding content to the game to help expand upon it. And like I said, if I'm able to get, if we do the, help get sponsorships put together and help raise up funding, it just means more time that I can dedicate towards game development right now, instead of having to go work a day job. And then I can actually get more content in before release.
Toby, he needs you to program in a grader and a water truck so he has something he can handle.
Yeah, you guys should have had something better driving it.
Nathan Waddell said, "This is looking really good so far. Keep it up, buddy."
Appreciate it.
And Braden wants to know if you can do a couple laps on Hunt County Raceway.
On Hunt? Right now it's just a track map, so it's all gray.
It's not pretty yet.
Ran into a tire again. And right now, this is what this is. You guys are watching this. It's called a vertical slice, where it is literally just this track, this car, and I botched the menus. So normally I would just hit this escape button, but as you can see, it doesn't do anything.
Give me your face.
Oh,
I'm trying to fix your comments for you.
sorry, guys. Give me just a second. Why does it not let me do this?
Does anyone else have any more questions?
Oh wait, can we see comments this way?
You have to have the app.
Okay.
Did you download it?
Yeah, it's downloading right now. I do appreciate you guys tuning in to this so far. Really appreciate it.
Andrew, you're totally fine. Yes, the track condition does change throughout the night.
Just not right now. This is just placeholding stuff, so. But the track will slicking off. I did post a, you'll have to probably scroll down a bit for it, but there is kind of a post that shows kind of how the functionality of how the track will look, if surface changes throughout. And then you'll start to see more of a gloss over the track where it starts slickening out. Tire's my best friend. Named TJ's Tire.
So TJ's been working on this game for a little over 2 years now. He started off, he taught himself how to make the old school Snake game. Because I don't know if anybody's old enough on here to remember that game. That was our most favorite game when we were younger. It was the coolest. And he's worked himself up to doing this, which is just absolutely amazing.
Let's see here. Some more. I'm gonna take a trip through the info because it's fun, man. But
do some donuts.
I don't know if the micro has enough power to do a donut. But I have bent the steering again, so honestly, I feel like I can handle the car slightly better after I've bent the steering. So yeah, that is one thing you'll have to keep in mind when you have full damage on, which is what this is. You hit something, it will knock the alignment out, and the car will not turn very well. Or you can pull that, or you just clip the wall and knock the nose wing off and have no more front downforce, which...
Do you have any 410s that you can show them?
Oh, yeah, actually, if you guys can hang on for...
Tyler wanted to see some 410s.
Yeah, if you guys can give me just a minute here, I will put a quick build together. If you want to ask questions right now, that's probably the perfect time. Let's see.
Garrett Marshall said, "Are you really making the next great racing game by yourself?" Yes.
Well,
100% he is.
well, I got...
Not, he has help.
Yeah, Toby and Hayden help with track maps. So...
Toby and Hayden helping out a lot.
Yep.
I always joke with TJ, I don't know if he's told Toby or Hayden this, and his phone will go off and will go, "Oh, it's your besties." Because they message each other more than I message him.
Yeah, and then this is one of the nice things about working on the game at night. It kind of coincides a little better with Australian time, since we live, in central United States.
Tyler wants to know how often you plan to stream. He said it would be cool to see how a track is designed and built.
Yeah, we can do something of that, something like that. Absolutely.
Definitely on the weekends, at least once a weekend, he'll be on streaming.
Yep.
The times will have to vary, just,
Yeah, we have a kiddo that she's definitely
She's needy, y'all.
yeah. She is a daddy's girl to the detriment of my wife. She will not stop needing dad's attention constantly, which I'm soaking it up because according to my wife, eventually she's going to hate me.
Toby said that his girlfriend says the same. And he is currently working on a track map. Toby, which map are you working on right now? Over I-55.
Okay. Apologize. This is the test wheel sprint car, so all the textures aren't quite yet. So if you look, there's no axle. I decided to try my luck here with trying to drive it with the outside the car view. And kind of fill this thing out real quick.
Here, yes, his day job kind of has something to do with computers. TJ does commercial fire security and CCTV alarms.
Wait, did I turn on the scene, guys, or is it still the garage?
There's a delay, so I'm pretty sure you turned on the scene. It's running on here.
Does it look like number 9 sprint? Yeah. Okay, good. Sorry.
He is a little bit of a nerd, though, Garrett, in the best of ways.
I did used to race sprint cars.
He did. We actually have a painting up on the opposite wall of his old sprint car, and he has his helmet in a tote underneath it. So.
Sure do. I did ruin the last fire suit I ever owned.
Yeah, we made the mistake of washing it. Toby said the fence at Tomer is giving him nightmares.
Too much detail, Toby. Back to detail. Alright.
I like it. Attention to detail. A+.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it definitely was a hobby that got out of hand, though. He wanted to teach himself programming, and then he decided to start this video game, and it's kind of become his second life, which is absolutely amazing. He's determined to give you guys the best of the best.
It's a lot for me to drive this thing in the rear view.
Toby said 1 million polys later. I don't know what a poly is.
Poly is face, which is three vertices together, which is what makes visuals. And 1 million polys is a lot of polys to have. Let me try something here. I think it's because I have very few laps at this Highland track. So, give me just a second, guys and gals.
Andrew Lynch said, I love the regional career idea. Looks like I'll have plenty of tracks from my area. That's absolutely amazing.
Really appreciate that. Let's see here. Okay, so just for advance, what I'm about to show is not a perfect finalized textured track, I guess would be the best way to put it. But it's definitely a testing mule track that I've done a few more laps on, so at least I don't look like a crazy person. Let's see here. Who's making fun of me now? Toby?
Nobody. I'm laughing at the cat.
Oh, yeah. I do have some needy cats. And we have a husky and a Samoyed that are probably just thinking they're too cool for us right now.
I think the husky's enjoying that you're not upstairs in your chair.
Yep, we fight over that chair.
They truly do.
I win, though. So like I said, this is definitely a rougher track. It's not as polished as Highland, but at least it's a little bigger. I'm a less likely to mess this up.
Does anyone else have any questions? I think at one point there was about 24 people watching you. Now we're down to about 10.
Okay, so we're kind of winding down. So let me show this last bit of video then, and then.
And yeah, he'll definitely get on this weekend and show you guys how he designs the tracks. All of the happy little trees that he puts in there.
Bob Ross style. I missed something. Sorry, something went wrong with my audio here. I don't have the steering wheel.
Are you purposely? Oh, there it goes. Okay.
Oh, was I purposely hiding it? Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Sorry, guys. What am I doing here? Just the weirdest noise I've ever heard. All right. Okay.
So this is a 410
Yep.
on which track?
Lake Ozark, and it's definitely as just testing, basically just so you can see dirt.
So it's not a completely done track.
Yep. So you can see that the tires I don't even have textures on the tires. They're still white. Grass is just a green, really cheapy looking texture, just so I know when I go to texture it, the final textures.
So when you start off, essentially everything is white, and he goes in and he designs each item and colors it in and makes it look realistic. So it definitely does take some time. When he first started, I can't even remember how long it took you to do a track.
Way too long.
Probably,
A couple days.
yeah, about, I don't know, about 15 hours or so, I would say.
And that's for a simple track, yeah.
That was for a simple track. Now he can do it much faster because he's done so many. I mean, well over 100.
Well, I haven't done 100 yet. I've done 57 tracks.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of the cars. Sorry, guys. It's tired brain.
Right.
Even the cars, though, when he started first doing the cars, it would take all day.
Now I can paint a car fairly quickly, and that might be something we'll show this weekend on how I paint cars when someone sends me a rap file. And do something like that. Definitely need to do some work on my settings on it. I think this, because I normally use an Xbox controller when I test physics, and I need to find some more sweet spots with my control, the steering wheel, because definitely a little harder to control with the steering wheel than it is a controller right now.
Invited said, yo, dude. And I'm really fighting my instinct to do the was up like in the scary movie movies.
Yep, oh yeah, this track I forgot does have the cushion. It have a cushion mount currently turned on it. So I'll show you what happens when you hit it. You notice the car kind of jumps up because you're hitting the loose stuff here. I am definitely only driving the car about quarter throttle because it's slick. It's a slick track right now. It does not have a ton of grip. Change it to more grip, which I might need to. Definitely after doing some laps tonight, I realized I need to do some changes to my controller setup for the steering wheels, but hopefully if any of my other testers working on that, get some feedback, we'll be able to get the settings dialed in a lot faster. Definitely turning down the steering wheel to 10 was not the right idea, because now I have no steer, then the lips.
So for those of you that have just hopped on, this is a track that is still in development and is not a finished track, but it is a 410 car.
I'm going to put one on this and change this out real quick.
About 5 minutes before we need to log off for the night.
Yep.
Because we have a lemonade stand to run in the morning.
Yeah,
Super important.
Of course it's important.
Our daughter said she's going to make a lot of money tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes.
You're not doing a garage sale, so
don't know if it's like this in other areas, especially like Australia, but in the summertime, especially early summer, it is garage sale season in Iowa, and we hit it hard.
Obviously, this footage you're seeing now is inside of the editor engine of Unity. So I got too excited there for a second. Thought I had one, but jump the cushion a little bit. That's a good way to meet friends. But I guess any last questions here before we get towards the end of all this, everyone? But we'll do something probably tomorrow or Sunday, and Father's Day I might, my wife asked what I wanted to do for Father's Day, and I told her I just kind of want to just stay at home and work on the game all day. So
Here, the sounds are not finalized, they're kind of just like a placeholder right now.
oh, you noticed the sound, right?
Yeah. So they're just a placeholder right now. We are going to be working on the sound shortly.
Yep, I need to go work with a couple local dyno shops to record dyno audio. So oh, there is a reverse gear if it won't break down right now through testing, but if you do have to turn the game to its hardest difficulty, you will be forced to be in cockpit view only, no mirror, kind of like this right here. And obviously the AI will be set to the highest difficulty.
And you'll have the tear-offs on as well.
Yep.
So your tear-offs will get dirt on them, and then you have to tear it off. Just like in real life.
And we'll have a limited supply of tear-offs. So, you can't just throw 40 tear-offs during an event. So you'll have to, just like in real life, playing it. Many times in my life, I've pulled off 20 tear-offs in a race and still have 10 more laps, and had to use the back of my glove as a wipe. It's a lot of fun.
Is there any other questions?
I'll show late models and modifieds this weekend. A little bit too. But we figured right now. And I'll also show controller gameplay, so I don't look as bad. You definitely drive the controller a lot better than the steering wheel, but I want people to see, yes, steering wheels work. I'm just not good at them. I think it's because it's a tiny steering wheel. Alright, I am getting extraordinarily sleepy. So, I think we'll call this a good time to stop it. I really appreciate you guys joining for this first little bit of insanity, and like I said, hopefully I'll have this cleaned up a little better when we do more of these. So I'm gonna watch my beard become more Santa Claus by the day. It's starting to turn white, and told my wife that I'm gonna let it just go completely white by the end, so that way whenever someone drives me crazy, I can just say, you did this to me. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and